All right, everybody, welcome back to Collected Traveler. Today, I may be risking my, fashion reputation, I don't know, for a $3 pair of pants that I picked up to flip for a profit. Let's see how this goes. But I'm going to take you through both today and a little bit of yesterday's hauls. And as we come to them, I'll highlight those. You might think there's some of these examples along the way, but there's one in particular that I want to share with you. So all of the pickups are largely from Goodwill, and so they were very kind to us over these last couple of days. But first one up is Prana, and so I find Prana in shirts and pants a lot of times, but I hadn't found them in shorts, so just smaller board shorts, but I think those will do good, probably in high teens, low 20s. All right, next, I have found a lot by this brand over the time. It's Pendleton, but I've never found the red and black checkered wool shirts, and so that was a first for me, and that'll do well for us. My guess is we're probably talking in the 30s for that. But again, Debbie's the better one as far as for the overall pricing, and we'll get her to weigh in on those later. All right, so for this one is just it's got a cool hit on it, vultures, birds of prey, I guess. And so we'll see how that one goes. I really can't recall the comp on that one right off. And then in this bag, I found a lot. Champion, there you go, reverse weave. But I've never seen it in a jacket, and this is really cool. And so it's got the, the nice sleeve ends there, and just a snap button. But for this one, we were looking at comps around 30s and 40s for this. It's a small, and normally I try to stay away from that, but for that type of an item, pretty cool. All right, so this is where we get a little bit of everything as we go through. And it's something I've heard other folks say, the smarter you get about the things that are out there, the less likely you are to come home empty-handed. And so this is definitely proof of that. So these little items here are from Target. And you can see these are in excellent condition. And I'll show you. I mean, we're picking these up for $1.09. These are going for over $30. And so whenever I say these, yep, there's more than one. So it came with their friends. And last but not least, the bird that's dressed as a Christmas tree. So for those of you that are thinking about Christmas in July, well, we got you. We can hook you up. All right, so then let's see here. Oh yeah, this one. Polo. And what's cool about this is it's not just a regular vest, it's a silk and cashmere blend vest. And so love it whenever we see it in those types of materials. Always got to check those though. Every time I tend to find those, it seems like they have a hole in them, and that's the first time where I found one and it didn't. All right, so this, occasionally I surprise myself with some of the stuff I pick up, I forget. So Victoria's Secret's robe. I've been finding a number of robes lately, and especially if you could find this tag. This one here is not the example. This is more of the pink script, but if you can find the gold label, that's a really good one to pick up. Let's see here. And then you got more sleepwear. Debbie's been after me to pick up like sleepwear and things like that, so we've got that. And okay, if you're gonna get in sleepwear, these go. I didn't know a dang thing about none of this stuff. Eileen West and lace and all of that. Basically, if it looked like something your grandmother wore, there you go. And so that's basically the filter I run it through as I'm taking a look at those things. So let's see. I don't even know. I think this fell in the cart. So swimsuit, I don't usually do swimsuits, so that's where that's at. All right, and then, oh yeah, polo, love polo. And I mean, to me, it's just a sentimental one. Little kid's polo hat. Polo has to do really well for us, and I'm a sucker for the little kids ones. All right, so linen, this one here, I just know the brand. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'd say Joey, but I don't know. 100% linen, nice top there. And then we have Tahari. It's a good size top here. Again, trying to mix it up so that we can appeal to all different types of people in the store. All right. Oh, this one was a nice surprise for me. So this is Ralph Lauren 2XLT. So got the tall, but whatever I was looking at, this was still there, and I'm like, why is this still there? Well, the color is not all of that grand, but here you go. Whenever I look down, it's new with tag. Originally sells for $69.50, and so I'm picking it up and getting out of the store with it for just about $5. And Taylor, you know, again, looking for some of the things to diversify the store some there. Tommy Bahama. You hear a lot of different things about Tommy Bahama, and it sells for us. It usually, like the whites or the bright colors. This was just a nice mix. Here it's got that nice pattern to it. The material is very lightweight, so that'll do good. And whenever you can find a white shirt like that, that's as clean as that, that's just really cool. All right, and then Magnolia Lane. Basically, if it has the Masters on it, you're going to do well. Obviously, the Masters tournament's over now, but it sells year-round. Obviously, again, it's going to be at a premium the closer you get to the Masters, but love to find those. This was a first for me. Viella, that's a really good brand, but basically it was made in Scotland for Land's End. I've never seen that as a combo for that. I'd found two of them. One wasn't good from a quality perspective, but that brand's a really good one, and it sells very well for us in the store. Usually, again, like in the 30s and 40s. Hey, again, you pick up a little bit of everything. So I figure after they come out of the Eileen West stuff, they want to dress up and get away from that. There you go. Shoes, we find different ones. Again, these, I'm just waiting to see what Debbie says. She tends to like to get those. And let's see here. I've got Pure Jill. This is one where she's basically said, hey, this is good to pick this up. This is linen blend black, so perfect for this time of year to do that and to get those. And then for, again, the nightgowns and things like that, again, going back to that phrase I said before, older style, flashback of the past, Barbizon, those go well for us. And again, if you think I'm saying it wrong, you're probably right. But at least I'm getting it across, and I can spell it, and I can put it into the listing, and it sells. So I'm happy with that. This one, Polo, basically it's a 2XL for that nautical look theme, the white and blue stripe. Those do really well. Anything nautical in that. Now, again, this isn't the pants that I was talking about, but this is a first for me. So, Peter Manning, Crown Crafted. Okay, so that's not special, but look below this. This is what caught me. This is Japanese flannel. I've never heard of Peter Millar Japanese flannel, but I know whether it be denim, Japanese flannel, this will do really well for us. My guess on that is we're probably talking 40, 50 with regards to those. All right, so let's go through next. All right, next one here. This is cool. I love finding this brand. Arc'teryx. And it's in a good size. XL, got the hit on the back, the little skeleton dinosaur frog looking thing. Some people say lizard. Don't matter, it's money. All right, this next one, let's see here. This is new with tag. So whenever I saw this and saw it was new with tag, I'm like, okay, there's a return policy. If I screwed this one up, you can do it. So we'll let Debbie tell us if that's good, but nice longer black dress there. Let's see. And then, oh yeah. So when in Georgia, look for the things that call out and spell out Georgia. So this is a new with tag, Mitchell and Ness. We've got the Georgia Bulldog embroidered on the sleeve. So again, new with tag, great size. This is an extra large. And again, that would probably go being new with tag. 40s, 50s would be my estimation on that. And then AG, I usually just get pants with them. I don't really find or look for any of the rest of it. But this, again, it's new with tag. And so whatever you can find them new with tag, you grab them and you pick them up and run with them. And so that's basically what that is. And let's try to see. I thought it felt like linen, but I can't really tell. I'll have to look a little bit more later. All right, this one was just, I thought, a really cool color. You got Walt Disney World, Mickey Mouse, quarter zip. It's hooded. Just really, really like this overall. Very, very clean. When you get into light colors, obviously you want to be careful about wear, tear, marks, things like that. That is super clean. And in my mind, again, whenever I was looking at comps, that was a high 30s, low 40s for that. This one, it's interesting. You go in, you see people looking up and down the racks, and then you're like, am I going to find anything? And I always seem to. And it's really flipping cool, whatever you do. And this one stood out to me. So Robert Graham, if you find it in shirts, that's usually what I find in button-ups, typically long sleeves, sometimes some short sleeve. And if you find the limited edition, which I have found one of those are outstanding. The one that we had and sold went for over $200, whatever we found it. And again, we're paying $5 or $6 for those. This one, though, is the first time I found it in a long sleeve t-shirt. And I will tell you, while it may be used, it's so lightly used, it's amazing. But you've got this camo, the skull. This is just a really cool shirt. If this was my size, I would probably keep it. But it's not, so we'll sell that. Let's see here. All right. And so, all right. While this isn't the one that I was talking about when we started the video, this is absolutely a cool find for me. I found this a few times, but Ralph Lauren purple label, button up 100% linen shirt. And I looked this thing over, and I mean, it's nice shape. It's really, really nice shape. But when you find the purple label, I remember the first time I found it, again, it just doesn't look natural. Whatever you've seen all the rest of the labels, but it is, and it's a great find. In my mind, we're talking $50 plus whenever we take a look at that based off the other ones that we sold. And so, all right. Coming to the point in with the bags of stuff where I found those pants that I was talking about. You know, Debbie will talk about David's specials, but this is like a $3 find for us. And the more tricked out it is, the more I tend to like it. But look at this. I mean, all I'll say is it ain't one shoelace, but it's like what in the heck? I thought it was a straitjacket at first. For leggings, I mean. And I mean, on the back, all right, so at least it's not, you know, at least you're not gonna be sitting on all that stuff and getting up in a knot on you, but good Lord. We'll see. This will probably go Depop wise, and people will love it. Or it'll sit out there for the longest time, and Debbie will just give you a hard time about it. So like I said, pray for me. I love it whenever I find those things, and she gives me a little bit of ribbing about it, and then it sells. And that has happened a few times. We've had it happen to where it was just like 2-3 hours later. I had a Trader Joe bag, picked it up for $2, sold it for $24 in like 2 hours after it got listed. I mean, you get some of those things. It's just crazy. This one is one I'd never heard of before, but the tag and everything stood out to me. Millie merch, so I'm guessing like Millennium. I don't know. But had I love the hit on the front and the way that the text and everything is down below it. So I picked it up, looked it up. These things go between like $60 up to $100. And I've seen some that were more limited go even more than that. All right, I usually don't do Ron John anymore. Debbie's giving me a hard time on it, but hopefully she'll forgive me on that one. Thought that would be cool with it having a trout type of thing up there. All right, so let me see. Oh, these. Rourke. These shorts in camo, I looked them up, over 200% sell-through on these. This is crazy. I mean, camo is great. Not in every brand, but camo does really, really well. And so I love the fact that we were able to find those and learn about a high sell-through on a brand that, while it's not unfamiliar, it's not one that we typically come across. Tommy Bahama, if I find them in these types of prints and the shirts or the swim trunks, which is what these are, I'll pick them up all the time. And then, all right, staying with Disney. We talked about Disney before, but the bags, this is like a cooler bag. And I just think it'll do good. It's got a little bit of cleanup they've got to do on it, but for the right items, it's worth doing the cleanup and making that investment. All right, and so then we have some new with tag Columbia pants, active fit boot cut. At any time you find the boot cut, you want to pay attention to those and look them up and stuff. But let's see. Oh yeah, this is one. They brought the cart out, the new cart out, and I saw this and I'm like, I wonder what that is. I'm glad I did. This is a great brand, Eaton. And so Eaton, this is a size 17, good size for us. We've done very, very well with these, and I'm sure this one will go quick as well. All right, this is one where, let's see. Debbie's bought a couple of different shirts like this and they've sold well. I don't typically do it, but I saw this one and I'm like, okay, I gotta try. And it's not a cat. Okay, I have been told before, like, hey, cats sell really well. So I picked up cats. They're goofy. They're just goofy cat shirts and stuff. And so they're setting. We'll sell them and get rid of them. But this one I thought was really cool. It's got the horse print on the front, sort of like that, Mystic multiple scene. My daughter will call it like Painted Pony tribute shirt. I'm sure she'll want it, but we'll put that out there. And then Lands In, a good size. Coming down here towards the end, let's see what else we have. We've got another pair. Oh no, I thought it was a pair of pants. It's the Lacoste Sport black hoodie. This with a full, not a hoodie, it's a full jacket, full zip jacket. Whenever I looked up the comps for this, sell-through is almost 100%, and these are going between $63 and $85. I found the hoodies, that's why I started with that, but the full jackets are even better than what I've seen before. So I think the last thing is just a pair of shorts that I wanted to show. This is REI, and they're a good brand. And anytime you go into like an REI, Public Lands, if you still have one around you that's open, those are some good pickups. Just to look in there and to find the brands, to get yourself acclimated to those, and to go from there. But again, keep in mind, a lot of good labels that we've shared with you and showed you, but those pants are going to be the one. We're going to have to come back and do a follow-up on that to see, are they sitting or have they sold? So I'll talk to Debbie. We'll look at getting those listed this week, and then we'll give you a follow-up a little bit later. But thanks for checking in on us and letting us give you the latest installment of our finds. Love doing these. Love sharing them with you. And just let us know if you got some thoughts or any ideas as well. So thanks. Bye.